This deck up here in Mason, I named it the Pink Rose deck because of all these pretty pink roses here. I'll show you. Got a bunch of tiny little bunch of pink roses up here. Beautiful. Customers planted these and they're very, very beautiful. We'll walk you guys around this. The situation, before I show you guys this deck floor here, that we worked miracles on this deck floor. Let me just tell you, this deck floor was extremely damaged by the sun. It was borderline replacement. It had a lot. You got all these spindle systems. All this was filthy with mildew, mold. The lattice down here was broken. The lattice was green. I'll stand back so you can kind of see it a little bit. Pretty deal. I'm getting ready to take you guys up there and show you the floor. Borderline replacement on this floor. Okay, we ended up doing a really good job here and saving these guys thousands over replacing these planks. They were very sun damaged, and up here, when you get up here on this deck, you can feel the heat just absorbing into your body. I mean, it's hot up there. There's some window panes on the house that shoot down at angles and kind of put these you know, like reflections on the deck, and that adds heat as well. I'm gonna take you guys up here and show you. We can't stay for very long because this just got done. This had, and you're still going to be able to see, you're still going to be able to see some of the shimmer in here because a lot of this is not completely dry yet. But this had giant cracks in it. All these boards had hairlines in them all the way down through here. And actually, I had to personally show up here today to do this because the men, the guys just couldn't get it good enough. So I came in here and I redid all of this myself. We got, thank goodness, we got about 90, I'd say 98% of these floor cracks that were in this. This was extreme. When I talk about extreme, sometimes we're talking about boards that are splintered and frayed, but that wasn't the case here. Here, the problem was more that these boards have faced so much expansion and contraction that the cracks were just larger. They were just larger than they were on most decks that I do. And so it took a lot more coating. We anticipated this to be about 15 gallons of elastomer, and it's upwards to about 18-19 gallons of elastomer. So just a little bit more than what was thought, but hey, sometimes you got to go the extra mile. There's a few in here. There are a few hairlines and a few larger cracks in here that I just wasn't able to get. But from where they were to where they're at now, we're talking a world of difference. And again, you're going to be able to see a little bit of effervescent on this right now because it's not completely dry. So you'll see a little bit of shadowing and a little bit of different coloration to it. A lot of that you're seeing the UV deflectors that are in this coating that cause this to, it kind of dries off pattern a little bit, and it takes a little bit for it to dry. But I'll show you guys if we get in close here. This is what I'm talking about. These hairlines here, they were just so prominent on this deck that it was absolutely impossible to get every single one. At a certain point, you start talking about doing damage by overcoating. And this is a very, very real thing. A lot of people are like, ah, phooey. No, it's a very, very real thing, because what ends up happening is you end up stuffing all the we call them in-betweens. So the space in between the boards. If we keep coating, our elastomer is so thick, it'll end up filling those spaces in. And then what happens is we start to see drainage problems, and also there's really nowhere for that coating to grab onto. So and it can kind of create problems later on down the road in the future. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But so you run into that problem. That's a very real thing. You can overcoat a deck with elastomer, and that becomes a bad situation as well. But just a beautiful, beautiful deal here. This deck system, it turned out super gorgeous. I'm super happy with it. Straightening up a little bit of overshot here. High build, high stretch, elastomer. Look at these rail systems here. That's the only way to go. High build, high stretch. It just takes the sun so much longer to break this stuff down than those thin stains and stuff that you guys throw on your decks. About like throwing money at a dumpster. Wish you guys would stop doing that. I got two ladies this week just stained their decks beginning of the summer, and they're already tore up. They're already tore up, already shot. Said the one boy, she paid one of a local painter to do it. She called him and asked him if he'd come out and warranty his work. He said, heck no. No way, Jack, you tore that up. You can pay me to redo it if you want. That's something special that you guys get with Kong Armor. We help you for life with your deck. A lot of people don't stick around for our videos long enough to get that message and to understand that that's an invaluable service. Something that is highly, highly valuable. But beautiful turnaround here. I'm very, very happy with this deck. I feel that they're going to be very, very happy with it. And right now our focus is the dry ridge banana deck. I got my crew on scene down there right now. That you want to talk about a deck with some sun damage. Woo! It's a different situation though. Down there, that's 2x6s. That deck was built out of 2x6s down there in Dry Ridge. Up here, these are 5/4 by 6 standard curved deck boards. And the hairlines and the 1/4 inch cracks were just immense. Just immense. But we got it. We locked this deck down. It's ready to take on old man winter. It's ready to take on water, wind-driven rain, the sun, the ice, abrasion. It has lifetime limited warranty. It has lifetime service, local service, lifetime support. Nowhere else on the planet will you get that. Go to www.kongarmor.com. Click. There's a picture. Right up underneath that picture is a button. It says get free quote. Click on that. They're free.